Hey everyone, it's time for another Let's Play video. This is part 4 of a game of Horrible Hordes that we started 3 videos ago. So we're now entering Mission 4, the Arboretum. We have Fred Chexter and Dr. Orion going up against the Horde. Right now, Fred has acquired the Boot Spoon and Small Zorcher, which are the starting items. Dr. Ryan also has those. He's also found the Super Boot Spork, the Rapid Zorcher, and the Zorcher Propulsor. Dr. Orion has also found the Large Zorcher, Rapid Zorcher, and Phasing Zorcher. And we've met CH3X, a helpful droid that we can discard to search the draw pile for any key item and put in our hand and shuffle. With that, we'll get started. We got to shuffle in the blue key. So in this mission, we're going to shuffle in the blue key card and battle monsters till we find the blue key. And then when we find that, we'll shuffle in the yellow key and go until we find that. And then shuffle in the red key, go until we find that. And then finally shuffle in the exit and locate that. So we get a 4-stage mission. Should be ramped up a little bit in difficulty from the last one, but we do have a lot of great equipment now. And plenty of health and life, both near the caps of about 50. Okay, so the first room we'll go until we find a event card. So slime repellent, Chex armor, bowl of fruit, double take. We can discard an item in the room and flip over the top card and bring that into the room. I'd say we should decline that since this is just items and there's nothing we want to get rid of. Fred, you'll get the fruit since Dr. Ryan's at her health cap. She has a max health of 45, a little bit less than the 50 average. And then Dr. Ryan, you can have the Chex armor, which will provide 2 armor, so 2 damage reduction to any incoming hits, but it only lasts for 5 turns, or 5 attacks that it absorbs. And then slime repellent, 1 armor, 1 damage reduction, 1 armor, and it is discarded after 1 room. Alright, so after that, let's play CH3X. So he's out for the rest of the mission, he never gets shuffled back, and then we can just search for the blue card. We got him in the last mission and never used him. You just carry over your items and allies to the next mission if you still have them. So we got the blue key, we're going to shuffle in the yellow key and skip to the second stage. But CH3X is gone. Alright, next room. We're going to find water. The yellow key, convenient. Bipedicus, Commonus, Small Zorch Refill, Bipedicus. Sticky situation. Character die rolls are halved for the first turn in this room. So that is an effect. We'll put that in the discard. We'll give everyone some hit points. 5 for the Bipedicus, 5 for the Bipedicus, and 3 for the Commonus. Okay, so we get to take the first turn. Our things are halved. I think let's start off with Fred and the Propulsor. We'll spend 5 Zorch, roll 2d12 at this guy, and then a d6 at everyone else. So 5 becomes a 2. 11 becomes a 5, so 7 to the target, so that's nice. And then a d6 that's half to everyone else. 2, so it's 1 damage to everyone else. Natural ones are misses, but modified ones don't count as misses, they're just 1 damage. Okay, that was Fred. Now Dr. Orion gets a turn. Let's use your best weapon, Phasing Zorcher, 4 shots. Let's do 2 at each of these. 2d8s, I think we can with halves make it. So it's a 3 half to 1. 6, okay, there we go, half to 3. Knocks that out. 6 half to 3, down to 1 health. 6 half to 3. Okay, cool, cleared the room. So we got the yellow key. We're blazing along. Maybe we'll actually beat the campaign today. So we get a Small Zorch Refill. Let's give that to Dr. Orion. Why not? And water. Everyone's at full health, so you can't really use that. Alright, we'll shuffle in the red key. And maybe this will be an easy stage too. Before this game, I hadn't actually made it through level 3. We had a pretty, I think, fortunate run the first couple videos in the series. I had to do 4 attempts as 1 player to make it that far, and then this is the 5th attempt in this video series. I played this a bit. Okay, so here we go. We got Small Zorch Refill. Butterfingers. Uh-oh. Okay, Butterfingers is maybe the worst maybe sometimes it's the worst. So it's an event that says a random character shuffles the last equipment they used into the draw pile. So a random character, so let's say we'll roll a d6, odds it's Fred, evens it's Dr. Orion. Fred, the last thing he used was the propulsor, so that's gone. His best weapon is gone. I mean, it's shuffled back, maybe we'll find it. But it's inconvenient. And then there's no enemies in this room, so we'll pick up a small Zorch refill and give that to Fred. The consolation. Okay, next room. Double take. Well, that event doesn't do anything because there's nothing in the room. Communus by Pedicus. Pedicus. Larva, that's a new one for this mission. Go. Okay, so let's give everyone some hit points. 3 to the Communus, 5 to the Vipedicus and the Larva. This is their first appearance in this mission. They have 3 hit points. They do a D4 attack, 2 D4 attacks each turn, and they attack before combat starts. So before we have a chance to attack, they get a quick attack in. Let's say that they... oh, we lost the slime repellent for sure. That's gone. Let's say they hit Fred with a D4. Or, yeah, once. Okay, so that's a miss. Okay. We get a turn. Let's do 4 phasing shots. 1 at each of them. That's a D8 each of them. 7 knocks out first. 8 knocks out the second. 2 brings us down to 3 health. And 8 knocks out this fella. Okay. Fred, you got the super boot spork. Let's do 3 D4s. 3 knocks it out. Okay, great. Next room. Cycloptus, medium Zorch refill, bowl of fruit, larva, small Zorch refill, Vipedicus, communus, sprint. We can pick up a non-key item before fighting starts. Dr. Orion gets a small Zorch refill, plus 5 Zorch. Okay, and then we'll give everyone some health, 10 there, 3, 5, and 3. The larva attacks before fighting starts. Let's say it goes at Fred. 3 damage. And then we'll take a turn. Let's start with Dr. Orion. We'll spend 8 and do 2 D8s here, 1 there, 1 there. 6 minus 2 for the armor becomes 4. 4 minus 2 for the armor becomes 2, so this is down to 4 health. 2 to the larva, down to 1 health. 6 to the Vipedicus, knocked out. Okay, Fred, let's spend 3 and do the Rapid Zorcher, 3d6s. Let's do 1 to each of the things. 2 to the first one and 1 to this one. 2 absorbed by armor. 3, 1 damage after armor. 6 knocks out the larva. Okay, they get a turn. So the Cycloptus does a D8 to each player. So that's looks like a 5. I'll go to 42, and then 2 to Dr. Orion. That's absorbed by the armor, but the armor takes a point of damage. It has 4 points of a strength left. Then the Communus. Okay, Communus at Fred or at Dr. Orion. She's higher. Okay, so that'd be reduced by 2. So she'll take 3 and a second point of armor wear. Our turn again. Let's do 2 of those D8 shots. 1 at each of the people on the other side. 6 minus 2 is 4. Knocks it out. 7 knocks it out. Okay, we got a bowl of fruit and a Zorch refill. Fred has more room to gain health, so we'll go up to his 50 cap. And then Dr. Orion can get this medium Zorch refill, which adds 15. She's almost up to the Zorch cap. Okay, we got water. The Pedicus lost a die there. Medium Zorch refill. The propulsor's back. Armored by Pedicus, Communus. Sneak attack. The first character to attack does double damage. This room. Pedicus, Communus. Okay. Dr. Orion. Let's go for it. I'm thinking maybe this isn't balanced, that it should be the first shot, not every attack, because she's got this rapid fire, but we'll just run with the rules we've been using. So 4d8s, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. First one's a 3, which is double to 6. Next one's a 3, double to 6 with 1 armor, that's still a knockout. And 6 again, which is 12, knocks it out. Okay, so we pick our stuff up. Fred, get your propulsor back. When you pick it up, you gain 20 Zorch. That makes you hit the cap of 50. Dr. Orion, you can have this medium Zorch refill plus 15. We'll hit that 50 ceiling there. And then water, Dr. Orion, you can have 1 point of health. We'll go to the next room. It's a trap. The Horde takes the first turn. No one's here. Admiral Wheat, another ally. Bowl of veggies. Water. Armored by Pedicus. Sticky situation. Character die rolls are halved for the first turn. Admiral Wheat is an ally that you can discard to have one of the characters you didn't choose to play as join your team for a room. So we could get like a temporary third player in an emergency, which is pretty cool. Maybe we'll save that for the final boss if we get there. Okay, so our die rolls are half for the first turn, meaning the first turn for like both of our characters. Some of these things aren't worded very specifically. Okay, so that's okay. It's not a big deal. Let's use the propulsor. We got tons of Zorch. Okay, so we'll do 2d12. 11 becomes 5. 7 becomes 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. Minus 1 armor, 7. That knocks him out. Okay, so Admiral Wheat will pick you up. Bowl of veggies and water. We're both pretty much at full health. Well, Fred is at full health. Dr. Orion, you'll go back to full health. And we'll enter another room. Getting close to, I think, the red key. We got it by Pedicus, a Communus, a Cycloptus, a Larva. Supercharged Breakfast, which takes you back up to 50 health. Slime Repellent, and the red key, the last card. Great. Give some health around over here. And I think we should go with another one of those propulsors and do 2d12 at the Cycloptus. 10 and 2. So 12 minus 2 armor is 10. Boom. Very nice. And then a d6 that hits everyone else. 5. Oh, wow. That cleared it. That cleared the room. Amazing. Oh, the larva also does a d4 as it enters the room. I forgot about that. So we'll do a d4 at red. 3 damage. Okay, cool. Then we pick up our stuff. Slime Repellent. Fred, you can have that because Dr. Orion still got armor. Supercharged Breakfast will give you 50 health. That's going to hit the cap of 50 for Fred. And the red key. So we'll shuffle in the exit and see if we can make it through. Maybe the Supercharged Breakfast should not get shuffled back like the allies. Maybe like that should be some of the better items should not get shuffled back in. I don't know. We'll see. There's still room for development on this game. Okay. Flamonia Cycloptus. Butterfingers, a random character shuffles the last equipment they used into the draw pile. Okay, so odds is Fred, evens is Dr. Orion. Dr. Orion this time. It's the Phasing Zorcher going away. Bit of a downgrade. Okay. And then we got Cycloptus is at 10 health. Okay, Butterfingers in the discard. Let's have Dr. Orion go first. And she'll do the large Zorcher. 2d8 for 3 ammo. And it would do both d8s to this and then half of it to the next one's over, but there aren't any. So 8 plus 5 is 13, minus the 2 armor is 11. And knocks out a Cycloptus. Larva, Slime Repellent's gone. Larva, Sprint, we can pick up an item before fighting starts. There's no items. When the larva enters the room, it takes a swing at one of us, let's say Fred. 4 damage to Fred. Our turn, Fred. Why don't you go boot spoon that thing 3 times? Boots Borkett, 2. And 1, that's a miss. 4, okay, knocked out. Next room. Cycloptus, small Zorch refill, bowl of fruit, Bipedicus. It's a trap. The Horde takes the first turn in this room. Okay, so the Cycloptus does a d8 to each player. Fred takes 2 damage. Dr. Orion takes 7 armor reduction, and that becomes 5. She's down to 40 health. And then the Bipedicus, I guess that'll go after Fred. He's higher. 5 more to Fred. Our turn. Fred, why don't you go and use that propulsor. Double D12 at this one. Oh, that landed like on a corner. Got pinched between some cables. We'll do that again. So it's an 8 plus 8. 16 minus 2 armor. 14. It's a knockout. A D6 to the rest of the room. 3 to this guy. Dr. Orion. Rapid Sorcher, 2 shots. 2 D6s. Got a 4. Okay, does it. Does the job. Fred, you get the bowl of fruit. Gain 10 health. And the small Zorch refill. 5 Zorch. Back up to 40. Next room. The exit. Bipedicus. Phasing Zorcher. Armor Bipedicus. Slime Repellent. Commonus. Sneak Attack. The first character does double damage in this room. We'll give hit points around. First character does double damage. Fred, go for it with your big Zorch propulsor. Aiming at the Bipedicus. It's a 4 plus 12. That's 16 doubled to 32. Minus 1 for arm. It's 31. And maybe the highest number we've hit so far. And then a 6 that hits everyone else in the room. Doubles to Earth. Yeah, D6. Roll a 3. Becomes a 6. Knocks out the rest of these folks. And then we get to pick up the loot. Dr. Orion, you can have your phasing Zorcher back. Fred, you can have a slime repellent. And we pick up the exit, which means we finished this mission. We beat mission 4. Now it's on to mission 5. We'll cut the video and start another.